Hey Rob, are we up?
Just about.
Okay, because I'm not finding us anywhere.
We're about to fire up. We're moments away from the big moment.
Fire it up.
Oh, I think I hear Dallas.
I do. I hear a little bit of Texas.
Oh, there we go. Speed 1 is...
I had a frustrating
Or maybe it was
work
Jordan.
today.
Jumpman
Because
Jr.
I finally got to man.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, Jumpman Jr. That's a great game. I never knew that there were like other versions of it. I thought Commodore was the only place where you could get Jumpman Jr.
I always love when you...
I get a lot of
fall by,
education.
Like, you hit the thing on the fall down, you win. Or get through the level.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we're pretty much about ready.
All right.
We showing up on everything?
Let's see here. We are. Yes, we are live on Twitch.
All right.
We are live on YouTube.
All right.
We are live on Facebook.
All right. Yeah. I do remember now. All right.
And Larry's done with his mod. No.
This episode is brought to you by Miller Lite. When everything else is run out in the place, it's Miller time. Live from the 6th subfloor basement, it's Guys, Gaines, and Bear!
Yeah!
With special head, Dallas. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Nope, it's still jumping around. What's up with the camera? What's up with the camera?
Stop, camera, stop!
Oh no. What's with the light over there?
I don't know, but I'm going to switch to the other camera
Is
for a
your
little
camera
bit.
light on?
There. Not doing much better.
Shot you in the face with some bright light.
Yeah.
Which-
Shot straight through the face. You're to blame.
Of things you can be shot in the face with.
Light is
Bright
probably one
light
of the
is
better
one
ones.
of the better ones.
I think I'm going to agree with that.
Oh, I clicked on the wrong one, that's why.
Unless, of course, you're leaning that way, in which case it's fine with me.
Why?
Well, bazooka would be also a problem.
That would also be a problem.
That would also be a
I'm-
problem. That's-
Yeah, I would definitely have sperm in the face.
Over a bazooka? Yeah,
No,
I think I'm going to agree with you.
I know there's some people who say they'd rather have bazooka in the face, but they're totally lying.
They're just lying.
They're just lying.
Acid.
Yeah,
Also
Yeah.
not a good thing.
Yeah.
I think there's a whole list of things.
Yeah, that given the choice.
Yeah, and light is way at the okay. Bye.
This is a good discussion. I really like that we.
Yeah, what's
We brought
allowed,
this
what
down
you're allowed to have
personal.
hit in the face with?
Really more of a morning zoo thing, but
Really, but
Oh, come on, really?
would it please become spring so we can do a morning zoo?
Yes, God, we need to do
What
more
did
too.
you see? I saw something then. Like, oh, that is a morning. Oh, the I think it releases tomorrow. We'll have to run out and get a 12-pack of the Lucky Charm flavored
Oh,
beer.
God, that looked really nasty, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
Oh,
figured
we have to have
it's
that.
like perfect for
Think of
morning
horse-
zoo.
No, I saw
Lucky
Lucky
Charm.
True, point
No.
well taken.
I shared that earlier because I saw it and I'm like, you know what, these guys need to be aware of this too because it's like, look at this, the worst combination you can think of. It tastes like Lucky Charms and it's an IPA.
That I don't get.
Well,
Yeah,
it
either
could
do
be
I,
worse.
man. Either do I,
Well,
so.
it could be worse.
I'm magically drunk.
Beer.
Kind of like,
Well, at the end, if you drink enough of them, you can always just look to your lady and go, "Look, my shillelagh, it's magically delicious."
She's probably gonna turbo slapping this shit out.
Yeah, but you'd be too drunk to really even feel it.
Because it wouldn't even come up out like that. I'd be like,
All right. Rob, we should probably get to.
In a second, we will totally get to this thing we call Beer Court. Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-da-da. Beer Court.
be all.
All right, so, Jacob, you've got got something for us tonight. And
Yes.
you did it just to cheese me off.
Well, I was out and
I think that's
got
all right.
and I got beer because, well, if you're going to be that upfront about how a beer is wild blueberry, you better well sell me on that point. So I know how much you hate fruit in beer, but yet, okay, if they're going to be that upfront,
I'll give them some props on that. And they're not lying about it, saying, putting in this with flavors of mango and citrus. At least they put it right on the effing label.
Yeah.
No.
Wild blueberry.
And in their thing, they have our unique contribution of this fruit ale features the nutty quench of wheat ale combined with the delightful aroma of subtle fruit flavors contributed by Maine wild blueberries.
All right.
Hey,
No other fruits listed, just blueberries. So you got a lot to live up to, Sea Dog.
Yeah, we'll see.
Point of order, though.
Yeah.
I wonder, though. Keeper of the list.
What?
Have we had this before? Because I don't know. It all
I don't
looks
think we've
very
done
familiar to me.
No, this does
The
not.
blueberry,
This does
the
not look
salty
familiar
dog,
to me at
the
all.
dog, the yellow.
Yes, this
Let me-
is
Let me
Swim
check it out
cap.
on my good old
Um,
Commodore 128 here. Get back
this
on
is
the
the
internet.
Sea Dog's Blue Paw Blueberry Wheat Ale.
Yeah, I do not remember this one.
It is.
Of course, I don't
It's
remember my name.
won 4 different awards.
Well, good. Wow, there you go.
Well,
All right, well, why don't you
biggest
start
rotten
passing those things
tomato,
out?
did it win an award for the most
Thank you, sir.
blueberryness?
Alright.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Things that taste better than licking your own butthole.
No, this dog disagrees.
No, the dog. Yeah, the dog.
Dog
is
This
good.
dog, nothing tastes better
Well,
than its own
here's
butthole.
what they have won so
So I
far.
definitely smell the blueberries.
Yep.
They have won a gold
yeah.
medal
It's a
in
twist off.
San Diego
It's
County
Oh, is it?
Fair.
After watching
Everybody
Fair,
go.
you were like,
Yeah, I side chance it. I'm like, you better be a fucking twist. Yes.
yeah, smells like blueberry.
It's
Yes, but it
it
gives
is
us
a very
chance
clear
to
beer
use
for a wheat.
our custom opener.
Yeah.
So that's gives
For a
us
wheat,
chance.
it's very clear. Let's give this a try.
It's not. There's definitely blueberryness in it. It does remind me of like a nice blueberry muffin that's been kind of soaked in rainwater overnight.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Yeah.
Oddly enough,
Oddly enough.
this is more what I would almost expect from, and I've never tried it, the Lucky Charm, the famous Lucky Charm beer. This would be more what I would expect
Then
from
mixing it with an
It's
IPA.
pretty sweet.
Right, it is
You
very
know,
sweet.
it's
Oh,
got
but that's
sweet,
what
it's
wheat
got
beer
some-
start with,
Yeah,
right?
And then it's got wheat makes sense with sweet, and then you add kind of a fruity flavor of some kind to it. So and you're right, they've definitely filtered this.
To death.
They
I mean, it's
have
really
filtered
clear.
this.
Holy crap.
But I think it was the right move.
Yeah. So
Very
generally,
nice.
wheat beers tend to be cloudy. Very rarely would you have a wheat
that true?
this clear. I mean, that is just unbelievably clear.
Well, they won the San Diego County Fair in 2018 with a gold. They got a bronze in the Australian
County
Brewing
Fair,
Festival.
though, I don't know.
They better.
The Australian Brewing Festival 2007, 2008, and 2009.
You ever have a Foster's?
I think putting county fair on your accolades is like
I
going for an IT job and putting down you worked at McDonald's.
the California Brewers Festival.
Yeah, but I used to run the cash register.
Right. I mean, I was employee of the month at McDonald's.
2007's
Okay.
California Brewing Festival
Yeah, it's all festivals.
and
But that's not.
World Beer Championship Silver 2007.
You know,
World
APV
Championship, I can give you props for.
yeah, I'm gonna say for us, this would be again another what we talk about beer, seasonal beers. This would be a great summer beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see this one on a
No,
hot
I
day.
agree. No, I agree.
It's really clean tasting.
Yeah.
I mean, even with the fruity blueberry taste, it's clean. You got nothing but that blueberry.
Yeah, it's not a bad
Yeah,
aftertaste.
I would
Now,
call it
blueberry, I was
blueberry
worried about, like,
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Blueberry.
Blueberry. Yeah. Yeah, it's a huddle taste of the blueberry
Although,
marshmallows.
I will give them this. They do put and just their quick facts, a lot of information on the malt, the hops, the yeast, their APB.
Props, guys. Tell us more about your beers when you can. You know what this would be good with? Chocolate.
Yes.
Dessert beer.
It's a dessert beer.
A pairing.
Yeah, a pairing. This
Pair
would
with
be,
a nice
little
breakfast
chocolate
cereal.
cake and
yeah,
little blueberry.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, actually, you're right. With a good chocolate cake, this would be a really good beer. Again, a dessert beer, a summer beer.
Yeah. Well, if it's still there next time I go get groceries.
Where was it at? The Woodman's?
Woodman's.
Nice.
Yeah. Again, I am not unhappy with it. I don't normally like fruity beers. But again, I would actually order this.
Yeah.
If it was a hot summer day and I saw a place had this on, up behind the bar, I'd order it.
I think it's a flavor that non-beer drinkers would drink.
Oh God, yes. Yeah. No, you're right. Another way to get somebody who's I don't drink beer. You could give them this.
Yeah.
They'd go for
Yeah.
it. It's clean as heck. You get the hot. You don't get any real. No, I shouldn't say. There's a
Why don't you be
little
hanging out with somebody who
just
doesn't
a-
drink beer?
I'm not
Alright,
a big
point well
fan of the
taken.
hoppiness.
Well, no, I mean,
like,
It's not too hoppy.
I was trying to
it's not
avoid
hoppy at
being
all.
sexist,
No,
I
there's a
don't
little.
notice any hoppiness.
There's a little.
but I think
But I expect a little at least.
that women would probably prefer this. They usually don't like the
No,
bite
you're right.
of beer,
Yeah.
and they go for the berry weiss or the honey weiss and those kinds of things.
And here's the thing. It's not.
This would fit
right.
in nicely in that, and
One
so.
with their other vices.
But I was trying to avoid that kind of conversation.
Thanks. Yeah, we're not trying to be sexist here at
I was
all.
just saying, for someone who doesn't normally drink beer, they might like this. It's almost a wine cooler.
Yeah, it really. It's again. It's good. I'm good. I am not bad with it. All right, let's put it to the test.
You know what? Yeah.
Good
I'm going
execution.
sideways.
All right.
Good execution.
It's okay.
There you go.
I was
Good
afraid-
execution. It's exactly what they said it was.
Yeah.
I was afraid it'd be really sweet or
I
something.
was too. I was too.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not overly sweet.
It does have that going for it. If I liked this genre at all, I'd probably like it more. I mean, I wouldn't stop drinking it, but
You
I wouldn't stop drinking much.
Yeah,
but I
you wouldn't
out
go out of
my
your way
way
to
for
get it.
No,
All
not
right.
even during this.
Okay, Judge Rob, pass verdict on this beer then.
Sea Dog, I find you guilty of animal cruelty. And sentence you to
Drinking!
I mean, obviously, I like it enough to keep drinking much of it.
So what are we actually doing tonight, Rob?
Drinking a bit.
Okay, that's
I mean,
fine.
Destroying our systems. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's possible too. It won't be the
All right,
first
so
one.
we got kind of a random hack night. We're calling this one Hack Night 3, Hack Hard with a Vengeance. And Ryan here's got himself a Commodore 128 where the keyboard's gone south. And this is one of those things where this is one of those things that everyone can do, but a lot of people don't. They're just like, oh my God, I don't want to open this thing. But older electronics are really a lot easier to work on, in my opinion, than newer stuff, especially considering I'm going blind and can't do surface mount very well anymore. But
to make microscopes for.
yeah, they're.
Don't give Rob up.
Yeah.
Lower.
Yeah. Woo! There it goes. Yeah.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, they're pretty easy to work on. They're a little bit, to me, harder to break, and it's enjoyable. It's relaxing for me, and I think it's relaxing for a lot of people to work on this kind of thing, and it's easy to do and fun. And then also we got Larry over here. He really liked that good old SD hack for the Dreamcast. And he's gonna do one of those.
Is. And it's there are very few hacks that are literally a plug and play. So that's a real draw.
No, it is.
You know what?
Remove something.
I'm gonna
add
get
something.
low
Yeah,
effort.
yeah, exactly. No, that's it,
And
man.
that poor camera is moving every
I don't know why
time we
it's-
bump the
It
table.
might we're bumping the table. I got it against the table. That was me.
That's pretty typical of us, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, but this time I managed not to shake it too much. I think I
The
did okay.
camera went religious on us. It's a shaker now.
Yes, it's no. Shake your money maker. Come on.
Dang
Yeah.
straight.
Maybe a Quaker.
Just make sure it's
No,
it's not going
no,
crazy or
No, good call, man.
Selling
Good
some
call.
oats.
All right, so you guys go ahead and get started on that.
Random weird fact.
Random weird fact.
That the Quaker Oats guy and the Quaker Company, no relation. They just picked it because it
Sounded
seemed like
pretty
good
clear.
advertising.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
it's they made a very good choice. You know, walking through the woods one day, spotting that cryptid and taking a photo of it and saying, "Hey, that's our new mascot," in front of Quaker Oats. Yeah, it's like that thing has both caused nightmares in children and awakened their sexuality. So you know.
Oh my God!
Well, that went in a weird direction.
Wow, it's
that really
yes,
did go
yeah.
in a weird direction.
Well, you
quickly.
surprised me with that one. It went a totally
That's
different
what I
direction
do,
thought it was
Ron.
Yeah,
going.
but this is Dallas. I was just waiting for it.
Yeah, exactly. He gets it.
I was just like,
I was waiting for ass. I was expecting something about ass, but no.
Okay. Well,
No,
in
no,
that
that's
case,
enough. That's fine. We're good. We're good.
Ass.
There you go. I was waiting for it.
All right. So,
So
what?
get started. So
Yeah,
it's
you gotta get started.
Good old Commodore 128. You know, I never had one as a kid, or ever, till about 2 years ago, and kind of just picked it up unexpectedly, and thought it worked okay, but it was missing some keys, so I replaced the keyboard. But of course, the keyboard I got had some not missing keys, but non-functioning keys. So,
I have to ask, did you keep the old keyboard?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Good, because you could always swap the membranes out of it.
Yeah, it was, of course, like the keys that it was missing, when I found other keyboards that were broken, it's almost like the same exact keys. So there must be something like how people stored them. It was always like the function keys. They're at the top. They kind of like,
Stick up.
yeah, the rest of the keys look okay. I mean, I always thought this was a neat unit. It just, the 64 and C and the 128, very similar, and it almost
I think I got mine off a Shopco.
Well,
On the
yeah.
first load off the
Well,
truck.
here was the problem. So I bought the 128 when it came out. So I sold off my 64 at that time and got the
you
128.
had it 128.
Yep. So and here's the thing. I thought so. I had already worked with the Osborne, which had CPM on it. So the Osborne was an early business computer, 84, whatever. So the Osborne looked like a sewing machine you could carry around. It had a monitor built
Eric's
into it.
mom had one.
A teeny,
Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. She did. Not to mention it.
Yeah.
Had a teeny tiny 9-inch green screen built into it, and the drives and everything. You could take it. It was meant to take to your business to do accounting and things like that.
Yeah.
CPM is actually it was a business language back then. It was mainly used for business software. So I
Lotus
thought,
started
this
on
is
it.
really cool. The 128. Not only you've got the C64, you got the 120, and you've got a CPM. So technically, it's like 3 computer systems in one, and you can switch between all 3 of them. Well, the problem is with backward compatibility can often be the kiss of death to a system. And in the case of the 128, it was. The 128 part of the system has so many cool features. But the problem was, let's see, I can write a program for the 64 that'll work on the 64 and the 128. And I've got that gigantic world's best-selling computer market 164 market 2, or I can market to the 128. Oh, I'll just make it for the C64, and people can use it on their 128. So you didn't get enough developers hopping online, developing 128 only software.
Yep. I came out with 3 games for the Commodore 128.
Yeah.
They were on Quantum Link.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the problem with the 128 was it just
Right.
it was the problem was it was just so it was a great system, and the 128 mode is really nice.
But what did
built-in
most people
sprite
do?
editor.
I'm gonna bring it up here.
They'll run it as a 64.
Let's see. Plug it in, turn it on. I don't know if it
It's
shows.
amazing.
Yeah, I don't maybe not there.
It's here's
Love
your
that machine.
128 mode, right?
Right.
And most people will just hold the Commodore key down,
Yeah.
and now it's a Commodore 64.
You can also
Now,
type
see,
Go
the-
64.
So the other thing about the
Put it
128,
in
yeah, the other thing
You
about
go
the
into
128
128
mode, I'll go back to the 128
Type Go
mode for a minute.
64. and
It
128.
also, the 128 mode, now we can't do it now because we got it hooked to a standard monitor.
I don't.
But
it
it can
doesn't
do-
work with Go. I don't have a G key right now. So.
Oh.
So you know, 64.
The 128 also had a 80 column mode. So right now it's displaying in the 40 column mode, but the
Oh,
128
RGB?
can do. It wasn't RGB. It was something weird. I forget what it was. Maybe it is RGB.
Because
Yeah, they've got a 9-pin RGB port on the back here.
yeah.
Yeah, right here. And that one actually can just do 80 columns. Now again, remember at this time, 80 columns wasn't common on PCs. I'm sorry, on home computers. So the fact this did 80 column graphics out of the box was freaking awesome.
I used to love that. I ran the they made a 128 version of SBBS, and I ran it on that. It would run 80 columns.
Which
my BBS spent its whole life basically being run on the Commodore 128 because most of the games I ran on were on the 64. So I keep the 64 off to the side. It would run the games, and the BBS would run on the 128.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. So they really did a really nice job. The construction quality is really extremely good. Now, so I still have my 128, which I found in my attic actually.
Really?
Yeah. So I got another one that I picked up at some sale or another, but I actually was up in my attic digging around, routing around probably 4 or 5 months ago, and I found my 128. I found my old Timex Sinclair TimeWorks plastic stand for it. Found a whole bunch of my old computer stuff. My Timex Sinclair printer was up there.
Nice.
I filed that away in the attic as well.
Is that the little tiny one that sat in the
Yeah,
bag?
the thermal one.
Those are really nice.
The thermal, they are really cool.
Yeah.
But the construction's really good. So, and we've had it on the show before, the 128D, which was kind of another one of I really wanted to get, and I finally found one at a reasonable price. So the 128D is just effectively the exact same system. You basically just set it more like a business mode. Like we talked about, this has CPM on it, which made it a really good business computer. There are thousands and thousands of CPM programs. And a CPM program is a CPM program. It's not system dependent. I can run it on the Osborne, I can run it on the K Pro, I can run it on the Commodore. If it was written in CPM, it just had to be in the right format, whether that was a disk or whatever, just a format that your system could understand. The programs are all the same. So an accounting program on one CPM program will run on, one CPM system will run on any CPM system. That was the idea behind CPM. So it was kind of cool that they did it that way. So that being said, I never used the CPM on my 128 ever. I didn't know. Like I was in a business or something.
I don't know. That Space Invaders game, remember?
Yeah, there's like one. Yeah.
It only had text mode, as I recall.
For the CPM?
Yeah.
It's only text mode, right? There's no graphics support on that. Again, because they wanted to be compliant with all CPM programs.
Right.
So, the idea of throwing that out was to make this, try to appeal to businesses with it.
But it was a little too late, I think, by then.
Yeah, CPM was kind of reaching the end of its lifespan. When I say end of its lifespan, it's end of its, where people were actually running out and buying it. So, you're right.
So pretty much remove the keyboard.
Right.
Number of screws. One of the trickier things to get back together is the thing that holds the LED in.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain.
Okay. Before he goes nuts, so this is not the membrane keyboard. You're right. This has got the actual things on it. Before you do that, though, you don't have to take it apart to do that.
To clean it?
To clean it.
No?
No. You pop the keycap off and spray down around the shaft of the key. It's much easier than taking all those screws off and hoping it goes out right.
This keyboard is relatively clean compared to
on the inside, right. So just
other ones.
Pop the keycap off the key that's not working, and then down around the shaft of it, you'll spray some of this contact cleaner. So
achievement get. Tom just said shaft twice.
Yes.
There goes the air horn.
So what you can do
gotta do an air horn. We
is
can't.
just to gently spray a little of this down in here and work it into there.
Yeah. So just keep pressing it. Yep.
Because that will soak down in there.
So earlier I tested which keys and it was like it's gonna be one
now,
of those two.
Now the reason for doing it this way. So flip it over again so people can see the bottom side of it. These things are an absolute nightmare when it comes to taking them apart.
There's 77 screws on the back.
Effectively, yes.
And then on top of it, you have to also. I think this one might have been worked on because you also have to unsolder 3 of the keys that are actually the ones that depress and
correct. That actually switched ones versus the pressure ones. So the type of key this is the stroke on the key is effectively there's a piece of plastic here with a spring underneath it, and on the bottom of it is a carbon pad. Even this has a spring underneath it though. It is a carbon pad. And that carbon pad pushes down against a printed circuit board and completes the connection. Well, sure enough, the carbon pad gets a little dirty and the contacts below get a little dirty. So very often you can just spray a decent contact cleaner into it, and it will get down in there and clean
Sega Dreamcast.
Worse, if they're really, really bad, yes, then you have to take them apart. So, but I'm going to suggest he does this first.
Oop. Okay. Well, it all evaporates.
It will evaporate. This is designed for electronics. So I'm going to suggest he does it this way first from the standpoint is it should make his life a little bit easier than having to try to take it apart. He may still have to take it apart. And then also wiggle the key back and forth. Don't, yeah, like that. That makes a really big difference. But you have to do it with the keycaps off because if you do it with the keycaps on and you wiggle it back and forth, you'll snap the keycap. So, not like I haven't done a few.
How's he know?
Yeah. No, okay, that is the voice of experience speaking. I have snapped off, and there is nothing worse than breaking a key when you're working on it. Oh, I'll tell you, you want to see a guy go absolutely ballistic? Break something while you're working on it. And yes, we can fix what we break. You know what you don't want to have to do? Make more work for yourself.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that today.
Exactly spell Commodore.
Commodore.
Zinga.
All right, so for some fun, let's talk a little bit about that Z80 and game systems it was used in. Because the Z80 actually did have a post-computer life.
Yeah, it really did.
It was used in a lot of game systems. ColecoVision used it, and that's why, like, the really weird game system I have that does both ColecoVision and Sega Master System games can do it.
Right.
Because
Sega Master.
That's the
Z80
same processor.
Yes.
So,
Wait,
real quick, RCA made the
Yeah, the
Z8.
SG-1000.
RCA
yes.
made the
early-
Z80
Sorry,
processor.
the Japanese SG-1000, which is mostly read and write compatible with it. But
So
Maybe
I
like
literally
Saturday
my
night
first
or
experience
just
with the, experiences with the Z80 because it's an
No.
RCA processor was doing machine control development for a company called Electronic Systems of Wisconsin (ESW), and we used that. That was the processor we used when we designed our control system.
no kidding.
Well, because it was a great
Well, it's
processor
cheap.
for that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
It was a cheap
But not cheap.
processor. It was a good dedicated processor. But surprisingly enough, a lot of, like you said, a lot of game systems picked up on it because it was cheap.
Yep.
In fact,
Do you like yourself some Dig Dug? Guess what? Z80 processor.
that's right. The original the arcade game at the arcades used a Z80. Also, for those of you who remember the some of the early things, the Micro Ace and the Sinclair.
I was wondering if you're going to mention the Sinclair.
Yeah. So I
couldn't
actually
remember
have,
whether that
I
had it.
actually have a ZX80 at home.
You had a couple at one time. didn't
Yes,
you?
I did.
Yeah.
I had the Micro Ace, which was the first one I built.
Because you had some white ones and some black ones. as I
Correct,
recall.
correct. And I still have a ton of the white. I only have one white one left, and the white one's the ZX81 is really kind of the grail because that was like the early one. I do have some of the Timex Sinclairs as well, but that was those were Z80 based systems. Z80 was a really popular processor in the early '80s.
Yeah, amazing stuff.
Yeah, no, it was
You know, Europeans, the Amstrad, I believe, had it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think the Amstrad was using the Z80. It really was a very, very popular processor because it was a really good, solid, inexpensive. Most
Did not tend to blow up.
Yeah. No, did not. Yeah. Well,
Unlike some chips we can mention, Commodore.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
that's
well-
a feature.
you could not cook dinner on it. Well, I shouldn't say that. You could probably cook a little bit on it.
Yeah, you probably could. You probably could.
Chips ran hard and hot back in the day.
Yeah, but not. And surprisingly enough, not the Z80. The Z80 really was a good, solid. That's why we used it for industrial control because. Something we didn't do any heat sinks or anything like that, man. That processor was just sitting on a board all by itself, running just fine
We were just
all
talking
damn
about,
day.
We were talking about that before the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were giving me crap about
About a shield.
Not putting-
That wasn't
taking
the
a
shield.
It was it was an RF shield.
Yeah, RF shield,
But
but not
yes,
a heat thing.
they did actually slightly modify it so it would take some heat.
Eventually.
Because they put a little tab in it
Right, but
and
not the
bent it
original-
down.
not
But
the
that
original
wasn't it.
ones.
That wasn't the way it
No.
was meant. It
No,
was just an afterthought.
It was an RF shield originally. So
Yeah.
no, that had nothing to do with being that. So
Hey, Xevious used the Z80.
Who did?
Just look at Xevious. used
I did
the
not know
Z80,
that.
and Galaga did too.
wow. So yeah. So again, that's the thing. There was a lot of places that a lot of things that used the Z80. It was again a very popular, inexpensive processor in the early '80s.
The Dreamcast, however, did not use a Z80. I'm afraid.
Did
A
not.
little bit higher. quality.
Yeah, a little bit higher quality.
Back down,
You
yeah,
mean
that's
help
probably
or
down.
newer?
See, I like what Larry's doing with his Z80. I'm sure with his Z80.
See, there we go.
with
We're all
his
Z80.
with his Dreamcast. So Larry's got one of the black sports one. Now you
Sexy.
remember Yeah, I'm gonna move the camera up.
I'm gonna
Pardon me for
actually,
just a minute.
I'll pull back.
Oh
so
yeah,
we
pull
can-
back so we can see it, and I'm gonna have Larry hold that up because I want people to see that. So Larry's kind of color coding his or color matching his. So he's got the black sports Dreamcast, and for his shielding, hold that up to that camera. Like that. There you go.
Here, I'll switch cameras right away.
He's adding this really beautiful red inside, so it's gonna look really good.
It's gonna look sexy.
Okay, kind of pink. It's supposed to be red.
It's like red.
No, there's nothing stopping you from sanding that thing down, getting a fire engine red.
And painting it.
Yeah, primer first, then put yourself some fire engine red. It would look sexy.
That would look actually damn dead sexy. So
Next on Guys, Games, and Beer.
How to make your system look sexy.
Here's a quick question. How important will it be to ground it to test it?
Absolutely not at all.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't worry, it'll use you.
Yeah, no, it's you know,
I've been there before.
again,
Me too.
most of these systems were damn durable.
High
as far as
school,
that goes.
home maintenance. Teacher plugged in the wrong cord.
Whoa! Hi there. Yeah.
Do you remember those Z?
shit.
What were they? The
Hold on.
D40,
Now I gotta
I
find the
think,
spring for that.
microphones
Oh,
on the. It would be a Tom
Teacher
thing.
plugged in the
Hold
wrong
on to that.
cord.
Look for the spring.
Meant to be testing my part.
Maybe a Larry thing. I don't know if you ever did that.
What's that?
Back when there were CBs out on the air.
Right.
I used to have one of those I think they were D40 or something microphones. That was like the gold standard for microphones.
Okay.
That thing, they were made out of steel.
Oh God,
Okay.
yes.
And my ground line broke.
Remember I had that
So when I keyed up,
Yeah.
man, I went through the
Went
through the rough.
My hand on the box and
Yeah.
We can look there.
Yeah,
You
because
guys
like you
have
said,
done this already.
And then the thing
What
about
am I
those,
going wrong here on this?
put the one piece on the top before you put it in. It's much easier. Take now
Yeah.
that one, put it on the top,
Yeah.
and then lower it the bottom onto it.
Yeah, but I feel like this part is.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's gonna be dead sexy.
Yeah. Put that in place first, right, like that. Now lower that. Put the top down.
Sometimes you can wiggle
This
it a
is
little
what-
bit too.
This is what we did. Yeah, you're good. No. Yeah, it's gonna drop out again. Put the top down,
Yeah.
and then flip the other part over and put it together. That's how we did it.
Alright. And drop it like that. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Scott says it's always good to clean your Commodore occasionally, and I agree with that.
Oh, I agree,
wholeheartedly.
too.
A lot of us, and Scott's one of those too. You grew up with these systems. We did almost no real maintenance.
Oh
on
God,
it.
no! I didn't. I'm sorry. I had tons of systems and I did no maintenance.
I don't know if you remember my original one, the one that was running the first BBS that I had. That one actually, to cool it, had chicken wire on it.
I do remember that one.
That's a chicken wire.
Nice.
Yeah, I
That's
knocked
like
out the
going
vents and
down.
put chicken
There's
wire out.
something sticking up there. Okay.
It was a hot rod. It was grease lightning. Is what it was.
Well,
It was
how'd you do?
beautiful.
I'm gonna have to shave some of those.
I don't know where the shaving needs to come off. See if it sits with this piece here.
Maybe because it doesn't.
No. Try something once here. It's a little odd. Usually, no matter how bad they are, that
Is that as
usually gets
far
some
down as that
Okay.
goes?
I don't know. You had
It'd
to
be
be
flush,
third
wouldn't
about
it?
the income.
Yeah, it's probably flush.
Yeah.
Yep. I find it hard to believe that when there it goes. Never mind.
Well, D was.
Oh, no,
Well, maybe it's not flush.
Sometimes you can shake it a little
Yeah,
bit. I mean, it's gonna be pretty close to flush.
And the top.
You shouldn't have a gap in the front. Look, if you look at the front.
Oh, is there an edge here? There is an edge here.
Yeah. If you look at the
could be
front,
the
you can
color.
usually tell.
I-
Yeah, it
Alright.
looks good.
Oh.
That looks good.
So
It's
that
on
actually
order
does look
on
good.
No,
Scott
the
just
encoder's
said the
on
most maintenance
Okay.
we ever
There's an
did
encoder chip on.
on things was blowing
Yeah.
the cartridge.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
One way or the
specifically
other.
it says on the back, do
I have
not
a
blow
second-
in cartridge.
Yeah, it shouldn't work at all.
Keyboard with a bunch of keys.
Only because they were afraid of people spitting on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it made
They
you feel a
usually
lot
do.
better. So
Try a little more. Try a little
Yeah,
cleaner.
plus-
really, just
Try it some
just
more.
taking
You
it
can
in
take
and out
apart,
again
but I would
Yeah.
would
try
do
a
it.
little more
Uh,
first.
Did you try turning it on?
That's
and off
really
again?
not
Yeah.
a great thing to do either, because
No.
if you're doing that constantly, you're kind of wearing out your cartridge port.
Now, does it
Yeah.
go?
Nintendo
does it go all the way
especially
through?
would
It goes
come
all the way
off
down.
of its port
Yeah.
moorings.
Go
It's
around
really
that.
bad
Go
with that.
around the, you gotta go around the
Well, you guys probably were Nintendo
Right,
players
because
too,
there's
so.
a-
Oh,
yeah.
oh, I
So,
had.
yeah, no, Rob's right. The problem with all those cleaning kits they sold, they're abrasive. And those were gold contacts on most of them, and not much gold to speak of. So when you start using abrasive on them, it takes up. in a lot of ways, you're better off blowing on the damn cartridge and
I
getting any
was
dust
told
off
if
of it.
I was going to clean any of it, take a Q-tip with a little bit of
Isopropyl alcohol.
Yep.
and it was. I don't know if it really made a difference.
It does.
I was
It
told.
does.
No, I was told to go as high up the change of isopropic alcohol I could. Get something.
Purity, because it doesn't leave any residue
That
behind.
makes sense.
It does make sense. That makes
Okay.
perfect sense.
I always
I was
used
like-
rubbing alcohol. I was cheap. It
Yeah,
didn't
me
matter
too,
too
man.
much. I mean, nobody really thought much about it.
No,
I still use that for my electronics and shit.
People really
No,
kind of
it works.
Yeah.
people kind of overthink things a little bit too much.
No, that's true. too.
In general,
Yeah,
these
just
machines have
discuss
lived
that.
for like 20,
That's
30
cool.
years now. They're not gonna last forever. Nothing electronic is gonna last forever.
No.
Yes, maintenance is gonna help, but it's better that you use it every once in a while.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
This is
Than
the bottom
anything
line.
else. Don't be afraid of it. Use
No.
your stuff.
If you have it, use it. Otherwise, it's just sitting around.
Collect more dust.
Exactly it.
Getting
I gotta
dirtier.
clean my PlayStation
Because
because I found out that my
So generally
PlayStation
that
has a lot of
at
dust
least
on
it
it that I'm
covers
like,
it twice.
Yeah, I was
The
thinking.
fact is giving me
the-
nothing surprises
the
me
air
a bit.
vent ports.
Yeah,
A
those
bit.
things get very dusty.
Scott was also mentioning that brass leaves a residue.
Oh, no,
Right
Q
boy
does.
does it.
Oh, no,
Or Brasso, sorry, yeah.
Brasso.
Brasso, yeah,
Brasso
corrected
leaves a residue. Do not use that. That is not right. That's not an electronics cleanup.
I've never
It's
used
the
that.
imagination. Yeah.
Is that a thing?
No, I don't know. I would
I've
never use
heard
it.
anybody
I've
use
never heard
brass.
anybody using Brasso.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Brasso.
It's a polish,
Okay.
and I do mean a polish. So yeah.
So that would make sense why it would leave residue.
Exactly.
It works pretty well on trumpets.
Yeah, that's for game consoles.
Hmm.
Never heard of such a concept using Brasso on it.
I mean,
So now I'm looking at Zork for the Commodore 64 because
Oh,
I
God.
recall that there was a Zork version for the 128 that had the Infocom used to re-release and have the wider format for the 128.
They
It's one of the
did.
few 128
I'm
games.
pretty sure that all the Zork games came out on the 128 native
Okay, so
because they were just text games, but you could have the wider format.
By the way, if you play any retro game on the 64, other than Bruce Lee, because Bruce Lee rocks,
It does.
do try the Zork series. They're really good. I mean, they're really deep, amazingly deep for such a primitive system. I mean,
Scott,
Hey, Larry.
they do a good
Apparently
job.
you're nearby.
Scott
I should send you a
Adams.
message.
the guy who wrote those, did a really good
Nice
job. Now you can get it
picture.
pretty much for any system,
I've
but they really
yeah.
did it. They did a great job on it.
Yeah, but play it on the
I
Commodore
got a
64.
thing from May.
You got it?
on Overwatch.
You got it.
Right.
No, he got it.
Oh, he got it.
all right.
So I am now looking for a version of Zork for the Commodore 64.
Now, Can I
It
use
doesn't
the-
work right with the SD card.
can I
Yeah.
use the monitor? Or are you still using
No,
it?
he is not using the
You
monitor
can go
right now.
use the monitor.
All right.
What are you saying?
He's going to try to fire it up. He's already finished with his mod.
Really have to pee.
One mod down.
Well,
Shoot.
let's.
I hate that this mic's right here.
Well,
Here's the monitor under my
You can hear me
breath.
better. I really have to pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Okay.
put on an endless loop.
And y'all, you don't have to worry. You don't have to be afraid. We do have plenty of empty beer bottles around here. So
That's true.
in case it's just too big of an emergency to walk 20 feet to the bathroom, you can
Just pee
So,
right into
pee
a bottle
right in a bottle.
on the air.
Yeah. Just make
So,
it-
so
So
notice how
we're
Tom
making-
got up, went to the bathroom.
yeah.
We're making our own,
Sounds like a
Bottles.
country song.
Yeah.
A pea in a bottle.
That sounds good, man.
My booty's wobbling.
Alright. We're so close.
One of these days, we really got to go into things to look for, like on old floppies, to ensure that you have the best chance of it actually working.
Oh, I was about to say, we don't need to hear about your wing. So,
But most of the time, it's not really very
thank you
floppy.
for getting it. I don't think anybody else heard me.
I love that phrase.
Alright.
For the
Wang.
best. Wang.
Wang.
You know, there used to be a PC company called Wang.
Yeah.
Yes, there was.
Really?
Word processor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a show called Not Necessarily the News that really dug into it one time. They're like, yep, most of the time in the office I'm just sitting here at my desk playing with my Wang. Good stuff.
Alright, that's
sure
a good
one
sign.
point Wayne was pretty big.
Yeah,
I
they
see
were.
the
We used
Dreamcast
to, at my
sign.
work,
That
they
is a
used to
good
have Wang
sign.
machines.
Nice.
Before me, obviously.
Yeah.
Those are really old.
So what made,
Tom, however. No, I'm just messing
what
with
made
you.
Oh,
this
no, no.
different that it was a Sega Dreamcast Sports.
The black.
Black.
Really, just the
That's
black?
it.
There was
That's it,
also
man.
another
Well,
one.
it came with a game too.
I just had the white
It
one.
came with
Yeah,
it
but-
came with 2 of the 2K games.
Yeah. But it really was the black version of the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Now I'm worried. How long
They
does this
just
thing
had to
normally
call it
take to
Sports.
load?
Not long. It should boot up by
Do you
now.
have an SD card in it?
I think so.
It's kind of the opposite of what they did with the Saturn. It was that color over here, but in Japan.
And these are supposed to be loaded up, so that looks on right there.
Yeah.
Wait,
Isn't it
is
the
there a
first time
button
it
here?
doesn't boot?
No, that button doesn't do anything there. That's just for switching discs when you're doing multiple disc games.
You did try to turn it on before we started, right? Probably not.
This one worked.
Yeah, it did work.
Well,
He's like, well, maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, it comes up with the Dreamcast.
But it doesn't go to the OS.
It should go to the boot menu pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's taking longer than it should.
Yeah.
Well, first time
Alright.
booting might take a little bit.
No.
No, not I don't
Now,
know.
that being said, though, you can never tell if the format of the SD card is not kosher.
Oh yeah, because otherwise I remember getting my Dream boot up.
Alright, we will
Do this. Take the
try.
card out and try booting it once. It should go to the 4 screens. You know, the play, whatever.
Yeah, like put in a disc, dummy.
Exactly. It should go to that first. Don't put a disc in while it's live, though. Give it a second. Make sure it comes up to that before you do anything.
Don't be a Rob. Oh,
So once it doesn't find a disc, it should go to the.
let's go look up. Let's see, Dreamcast.
Ain't good.
No, that's not good. Okay, turn it off. All right, open it up. You should. I never seal them until I test them. If you remember.
You
from
put all the
show.
screws in?
I did.
Oh.
What,
I had faith.
what do we do when we do it, Ryan? We wait till
Always
we
make
test
sure
them.
it's all, and then we put it back together, it stops working. I'm like,
That
why
happens.
did it work?
That
And
happens,
then-
but I always make sure it works before I put it back together at least once.
Okay, the other
Yes.
the
Yes,
other
you
Sega
should.
Black
Some
system was the
fun,
R7.
Find some Tuesday to come.
And that was
crash
rare.
us.
Scott?
Yes.
Yes, Scott should.
Yep.
Him and Heather.
Well, just Scott for the show.
Oh well, hey.
What?
Said
Heather can't talk about video games too?
Heather can talk about video games and I like to get
She's probably
involved.
watching right now.
I'm sure
and now
she
you
is
just
going,
made an answer.
and now I just made, now I've just made an
I was
enemy
gonna
for
say-
life.
he said Heather and I, so therefore
Okay,
that's
all
why I
right.
included
Then
both.
yes, they should both come up for the
Yeah.
show.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, so basically the other Black Dreamcast was the R7. And you can either pay like $300, $400, $500 for an R7, or you can get this one, which looks just as pretty. Just saying, for way less. Which one do you think's the value?
Yeah, exactly it.
I'm just going to take all the screws.
Some
No,
people,
no,
I'm going to have to swap.
Go for it. You gotta do it anyways.
Done this for.
Exactly. Yeah, you're
Right.
this
Now
far
I need
into
a
it.
screwdriver.
You need the screwdriver?
You're gonna have to wait a few minutes. He's got like what
72.
still, I think the prettiest Dreamcast, don't you?
I do too.
Yeah.
I think the sports one was the best looking one.
It's sticks. It's consistent compared
Yeah.
to its last couple of generations. Of
Well,
games.
also at this
Yeah.
time, you have to remember most systems were beige.
Yeah.
You know, you had the PS system. This was
Well,
before the
that's-
PS2, wasn't it?
It was right before. The PS2 came out like a year later.
Yeah.
Ruining
Was it
Right
64
before, and that
time
was
though?
a
Like-
disaster.
Yeah.
She's probably
64 was black.
Tom. I was told
And 64
she's
was
probably
black.
playing Warcraft right now.
All right. Well, there you go. Then
So
never
you-
mind.
we don't have
So
to
she
worry
didn't hear
about
it.
this.
Thank you.
Here we go. I got a partially working Sega Sports Dreamcast. I'm gonna go bid on this.
Yo.
Ooh.
See, here's the beauty of this particular mod. If it's just the GD-ROM drive that's bad, this mod replaces the GD-ROM drive, and usually that is all that ever failed on these. And really, even if it's more, the power supply can go bad on these. There is all sorts of plans for replacing the power supply with a standard
As much as
off-the-shelf
the
solid
Saturn.
state.
The
Hey,
Saturn
never mind.
really liked to
Never
blow
mind.
out power
Yeah,
supplies
they
like
did.
beasts.
And then the other thing that can go wrong on these are the fusible links on the controllers. The controllers are, so they didn't buffer the controllers. They put fuses on them. So if you plug in the controller, it shorts it out. Well, it doesn't short it out. It draws too much power and blows the fuse, which was a real fuse.
And it's a rare fuse.
Yeah. So there is a company that makes resettable fuses now for it.
Is there now?
Yep. So you can get resettable fuses for it. But the crux of it was a damn ass dumb design.
Screw the
I
beige
use a
color,
wire
spray
between the
painted
two
fire engine
terminals.
red.
Hey, I have seen some
Not
amazing
great, but hey,
colors
better than
done.
dead.
Good.
So you can see what I mean. There's really not a lot that can go wrong on that.
Don't worry, Scott. I
Although
shall
may
be
have
your
found one of
voice.
them, 'cause this right here is one of the keys that's not on.
I will be
and it's a
your
little bit-
voice, baby.
Oh, the little rubber things
Yeah,
outside.
it's actually a carbon impregnated. I'm going to say another bad word. Carbon impregnated rubber.
So that one might be a little bit.
I don't know. It's a little bit just you don't
Pew,
say,
pew, pew,
you can just
pew.
swap with another one.
Yeah.
And if it fixes it, then you know that's the issue. But I'll
You're
tell you-
There we go.
So what you look
Air
over
horn
here.
fired.
Yeah, you can just short this across with your tweezers. too. You can do this,
Oh.
and the key should work. Now, if the key doesn't work, then it's the encoder. And I
Okay.
thought this one had the encoder chip on the board, but I guess not. I guess it's on the board.
So I can move this aside.
You can set this aside, right, and to test them, just short them out like this. These are carbon pads. If you just do that, it should be just like pressing the key.
Okay.
All right?
Just keep it from.
Now, see,
Oh,
your-
there's
see
nothing-
your-
There's one on the back side, so it's just not going to make
So
a
what?
difference.
Just
Is
have a- I
Larry
didn't
done
set this
testing,
in,
or
right?
Still.
He's taking it back apart again.
Oh.
Okay.
So can I borrow video while?
Yeah, grab the video while he's working on that.
There's a Hello Kitty Game Boy.
Well, I was gonna use the video, but okay, fine.
Hopefully you recheck the seating to make sure the seating right.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought, and then I figured I'd turn it on.
Baba Ganoush.
Dude, there was a Hello
Do you
Kitty
want
Game
me
Boy
to,
Advance.
turn it back
What?
around?
Well, hold on before
That is messed up.
before he
really
hooks
like
up.
that.
Let Larry, because
Oh,
Larry's
okay.
already ready to check.
I'm not gonna buy it
He's
though.
already just.
Yeah, he
Go
just
ahead.
reseated it, so let him test his first and we'll see where we're at with that. Because I'm thinking it's just not, it just didn't seat right. Need a power connector.
There we go.
Larry, move your thumb. Thank you.
How about back here?
That's fine.
I was about to say.
Just not near where the AC goes in.
Yeah.
I was about to say, that might be interesting.
It was a little dangerously close.
Danger. I'll tell
I
you about
heard it.
danger.
Oh, damn it.
No, that's nothing. That's just the TV, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't think that was the Dreamcast. I think the TV just lost sync for a moment there.
I remember that.
It's a very flexible television.
Now, see, the light flash is flashing you correctly, so that looks good. So
Also,
this time
It
it's gonna
didn't
come up.
do the bouncing and then swirl. It just popped up Dreamcast.
Did it before?
Yeah.
All right. So see this light flashing? That's it trying to read this drive. But no, let it keep going until it comes up to that menu, just to make sure. So it should be pretty quick though, because I can see it's trying real hard to read. But give it a few seconds to let it come up. I want to make sure. It
Powder
does.
blue is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I think that the Neo Geo that I had that was made out of a Genesis. I think that one was powder blue.
Yeah.
He's thinking of painting his
That's
Look
top
good.
loader NES.
Perfect.
Yeah.
powder blue.
Okay.
Oh,
Sexy.
All right, now turn it off and give it a try. That's encouraging. So it's got, you can't see it from the outside, but it's got a little LED on it that flashes when it's accessing the GD emulator, the GD-ROM drive. So we can tell if it's actually reading or not. And that looked like it was reading okay. Now, interestingly enough, it did two things here that it did before, didn't do before. Right, and you're also not seeing any reading. You may have just knocked that loose when you did that. Turn it off again. Reseat that. Just push down there. And then try it again.
I think we commented about that the
That's
last
pretty
time. That the
sensitive.
seating's a little
Yeah,
bit.
ours was not that sensitive, but let's see if yours is for some reason. Otherwise, it's something with this SD card. And I'm beginning to think it's something with the SD card.
Also, it wasn't flashing.
Correct.
It's not flashing.
It's not
at all.
flashing. No, there it goes.
There, yeah. Just popped up again.
Okay, so it is a seating issue on yours.
Okay, there we are.
Could be worse.
That's fine. That's exactly what it should do. Because you have got to set the date for the first time. So, it's just a seating issue, so you're going to have to just watch your seating when you put it back together.
Alright. Which might be problematic with this guy.
Well, hopefully it'll put pressure on it, which is.
Well, yeah, when you...
No, see, it's lifting it just a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
Might have to shave that down a bit then.
See, look.
Well, did you screw that? Did you put the screw in the board into that connector? Into that piece, Larry?
What?
Did you put the screw through the board into there? One of the screws,
Oh, right there.
yeah, one of the screws holds it tight to the connector.
Well, I would think this guy.
No. Not that one.
You got this one and you got that one.
Right.
I would do these two.
Yeah, use one of these two to pull it down tight to it. Actually, I would use this one because that one's closest to the connector. So if you're going to put a screw in, put that
Oh, we're
one
on the
in.
Ryan.
All right, hold on.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to put a little pressure on this just to see. Now just watch the light on here. If the light on there flashes, it's working okay. If the light doesn't flash, then it's not seating right. And I'm thinking it's not seating right because it should have flashed by now. Give it another second.
Not flashing
It flashed it. It's fine. So put the screw right here. Okay?
Alright, well.
Because that's closest to the connector. I think that's where me and Rob put ours.
Alright.
Okay.
So on mine, what I'm doing is finding all the keys that don't pop nicely back into place. I think that's one thing I got to worry about. Because it'll help with typing. And all that kind of
Correct.
stuff.
Yeah, same thing though. Also, most of these contact cleaners are also a lubricant. They have a little bit of a lubricating agent in it.
Quit.
Well, let's see, I've got so
He's
far
terrible
shaft.
today.
I got shaft, impregnant, and lubricant in it, all in one conversation about a keyboard. I
know.
think
Hey,
I'm doing
yeah.
pretty
It
freaking
seems
good.
like
Thank
you're getting,
you.
you're like
As we
completing
all
the
know.
cycle.
As we all know, there's always time for lubricant.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. So a lot of the contact cleaners, because they're designed for mechanical switches, have a little bit of a lubricant in it. That's a conductive lubricant. You want it to conduct a little heat.
I was
No,
gonna
I'm
say,
sorry.
For her pleasure?
For her pleasure.
Oh my.
sometimes you have normal lubricant, sometimes you have kinky lubricant.
Exactly. Thank you. So yeah, you definitely it will help in general with those.
Since 3 of these keys use the same locking mechanism, the one that I'm going to use the least, I'll probably replace because my good old shift lock is the one that doesn't.
Yeah.
You have to hit it just right for it to go.
No, that's
Probably needs a little cleaning, but it might be easier to just switch it with the 4080 column display.
right, because that's the one you're gonna probably use the very least.
I mean, it still works. It's just not as friendly as the other one. So, I guess the next test is I can deal with the keys later, putting it all back together.
But see if those actual spots work. If they don't, it's the encoder chip, and you'll have to change out the encoder chip.
Which means I had 2 problems with the system. Bunch of keys that were broken off.
That look okay?
Well, it did the bouncing ball.
If it's in the bouncing ball, then it's okay. Excellent.
I wonder if we should do a episode on the Plus 4, a deep dive on the Plus 4, the unloved Commodore.
Honestly, I've always
Mostly-
thought, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a plus 4 in my collection. And
I know,
really-
And why
I'm always
would
looking
you?
for them.
There's one on a certain website right now.
There's,
It's
there
like,
are-
there's a-
they're always
they
on.
always
Yeah.
have money. babe.
GW has them, but not in a box. I kind of want the box for it.
Yeah, me too. So here was the problem. So the plus 4 was near the that was when Commodore was going under. That was one of the things.
Okay, up and down here.
That is one of the things that helped Commodore go under.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
What's his face? After Trammell left, not Romney, what's his name? Who am I thinking of?
All right, now. I set the
Jeremy?
date.
No, the guy who took over.
Oh,
I set the date, so I turn it on and off.
that was when he's driven out of his own company.
Yeah, Trammell got driven out of his.
Now I should.
Yeah.
Is it the Panasonic guy?
All right,
Trammell?
maybe good.
No.
No,
I
Trammell's
should
always
come up
been
with the loading. Okay, good.
No,
You're
the
right.
guy that Trip
Wait a minute,
Hawkins
let's,
was
He's
the.
not getting any blink.
was it Trip
with
Hawkins?
That went
That's
to-
okay.
Yeah,
it
we're
wasn't
getting
Trip
that.
Hawkins.
Yeah, I was like,
I think
it
it
was
was
loading,
Commodore.
but you're
No,
not getting
no,
any
God.
blink.
I can't. Why can't I think of the guy's name right now?
Trip Hawkins was the.
Ah, okay. All right. Okay.
Sweet.
Star Wars Episode
3DO.
1 Jedi Power Battle.
Is a good
Nice.
game on that.
You know this game I never played that I always wanted to.
Oh, he was
It looked-
Electronic
It
Arts.
looked really fun.
Trip Hawkins.
yeah.
The
And then 3DO.
Star Wars, like I think
Jack
it was like
Trammell?
No, Jack Trammell was the guy who got forced out of his own company.
not like Space Boards or something like that, where there was kind of like a racing game, and it was like the Star
Mendy.
Wars characters
Mendy?
from Phantom Menace, and they all had
I
big
should look it up.
heads.
apparently no
you talking about,
something was detected in slot 1 or 2.
Are you
No
talking
memory
about,
card
that
in his
pod racing
controller.
game?
Not pod
He doesn't-
racing. It were
He's
like
got 2
they were
memory
like
cards
on
in
like
his controller
A
though.
VMU.
on like
Hey.
skateboards, but they were
Oh, yeah.
in the air.
Yeah, wasn't that like that bonus feature in that Tony Hawk game or something? You played
Okay.
with them all?
All right, so try buttoning it up now. But I think that, again, putting the screw near the connector helps quite a bit. I'm going to plug you into the monitor here real fast because I want to see where you're at.
Alright, you know what I'm not getting into? Collecting computers. That's just not happening. That's it. I gotta
Yeah.
Okay, so hello, Digger Man.
Hey, Digger
There
Man!
he
Digger Man.
is.
And he would like to.
Digger
He
Man.
says, make a special episode showing what people lock for when.
I think it's
the
look.
gun-
I think spell correct got him.
Yeah, because I'm like,
All right.
Make special episodes showing what people lock for when going to buy a retro system.
Look for it.
That's
Look
an
for it.
excellent question.
They lock for things too, but maybe look for things.
Yeah.
I was
Pop
like-
in and lock.
Yeah, you hide your game.
No,
really
you know
lock
something?
behind.
No, that's
Oh.
that is actually would not make a bad subject.
We haven't done a deep dive in probably a
No.
year now.
No, we haven't.
We have definitely
well,
gone into the shallow
I
water
went
Yeah.
for
lately.
one system which was got it for Valentine's Day. It's the Sega Saturn or not Sega Genesis.
Right.
I don't know what you would call it. Their reboot, their remake or whatever. The little cartridge thing. It plays really nice.
Is that the HDMI one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the blast one.
It hooks
Pre-blast.
up to your HDMI.
Pre-blast.
It hooks up to your HDMI. It allows you to play so many different games.
Yeah.
I've currently just been
Just so it's
binging the hell out of Shining Force.
You're already connected.
Oh, I am.
And,
Yeah.
All right. So
and it all even has the options to
So now again,
go
you
where you can anytime
shorter pair of these out.
do save files. So
It's always a
you,
plus.
so you can save in the middle of combat. You no longer have to go to a priest for
Oh, I
that.
hated that. I really hated that.
Oh wait.
Uh,
As
well as-
Fantasy Star, I think, was the other one which had bitch
I
save
grab
points.
actually
Oh,
Yeah.
and then the another thing is
Okay.
you can either have it where it has
Find the
the
ones that you thought were.
smoother graphics, but yet there's still the old
Okay.
style
Yeah,
graphics,
It's
or you
one of
can
these
have
two.
it
So
where
just
it
going left and
puts
right.
in scan lines.
Yep.
And I went, if I'm gonna play this, I'm gonna play this with the scan lines.
Kick it
Get-
old
It was
school.
this one.
Get
Maybe it
get
was.
my real childhood
Try
feel
shorter.
out of
This
this.
one here.
Yeah, what you need is a TV that has channel locks on it. So yeah,
Like-
you change the channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for our TV when I was a
down.
kid in
Let's
that,
not go down.
it wasn't a channel lock TV that it was hooked up to. But yet we had something that you had to flip it from,
So just
I think it was
pull
like
my
channel
finger.
3 to
Oh
channel
yeah.
4.
Yeah. You could flip it over and then
Yeah.
you could tune it in. If you're really lucky, you had to tune it in a little bit to make it look a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff.
And
That's good gaming. You suffered back then for your gaming.
yeah,
Pretty much.
you had
There you go.
There you go.
you had
Okay.
to sit
Now
really
let's check the
close
one
to
that
the
goes up.
screen because the cord
Alright,
didn't
we'll
reach that
retest that
far.
when-
Yeah.
All right.
Now
When
I'm
that
sitting
Monitor
like
becomes available.
20
Alright.
feet away from my thing.
Yeah.
Keys
You're in the
to-
middle.
Because
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't want to
The
lose this
controller
No, God,
is
no.
wireless, and I'm just like,
All right.
but yet the controller
1, 2, 3,
has
4.
a complete old
One,
school
that
feel
was
to
it.
it. The only thing
I
that
can
is
see. I can
extra
see
on
already.
it
Those look dirty.
is it
Dirty?
has
Okay.
They do, but hold on. Let me
a
just try it.
third
This
button
one's
above
just
the
for
start and menu button. It
A
has,
bonus
yeah,
button.
there's that.
if you will.
Yeah, it has a rewind
But
Now
button.
he's
still look-
complaining
try
about
Oh,
with
yeah,
your-
the
try
rewind.
with your pad.
Now
It
he's
looks dirty.
complaining about things that are dirty.
But yet,
Guy.
I don't know if it's
So try some
context
of
or
that,
whatnot,
just like
because
you
whenever
just
you
did.
click one of the buttons or the directional pads, it still clicks. Just like the old Sega game.
Are you talking about Genesis?
And then
Well, they-
try it with
The Genesis
Dude,
is
I love my Genesis so much.
genocide controller. The Genesis
Hey.
controller was never the greatest controller on earth. Do my ooh yeah.
but we know it's not.
It's kind of funny because I loved the
Rob, you got a
Genesis. I was
pencil?
an
Yeah,
early
it's
adopter of the
awesome.
Genesis.
Yeah, that was my sister.
It does look
Yeah,
good with
'cause
the
I
red.
think
and
you-
red.
And they're the sexiest console. Let's
Yep.
face it.
Yeah. So
Next
you
to the
know
other
the
ones,
encoder's
but
fine.
you
So
put
you're
it
like-
next to like the
I think you were
SNES
more
controller. The
that's
SNES
what-
controller
Yeah,
is
I can
so
see
well
that
put together.
is really dirty.
And the Genesis one was always so
So what we wanted
shaky.
the
You know,
pencil
it just felt
It
like.
is, and it
Yeah.
doesn't look so sexy towards the end
Rob,
of its life.
you wouldn't have a pencil, would you? Anybody got a pencil?
Nah, I ain't got no pencil shape, bro.
Yeah. Let me get a piece of
Uh,
chalk. That's-
Ziggerman says my English not the best. Neither my.
Oh, I got a lot of finger there.
Neither my.
That always
Swedish.
hurts, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
Alright, I thought
I
it was
got
all
it.
correct or
English.
something.
You got it?
Yeah, I just
We still
English.
understood it.
I had to use pressure with my finger
All right.
because I
There
ended
you
up
go.
getting.
Yeah, the garbage off of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
Larry
All right.
went in the bathroom.
Well, the
Yeah.
good news is it's not
Yep.
the encoder. It is
Yeah, I
just
just-
dirt.
I'll probably go through and I think now that I see this, I think I have one of these.
Yeah.
No, I am
Any,
talking
like,
about the
contact
Sega.
here might be okay.
Sega
Yeah,
Genesis.
Like I know I
Yeah, the
sprayed it, like,
remake.
pretty much was
The,
the
Yeah,
way.
it does.
What is it called? It's called the. What did they name it as a flashback like they did with the other
can
ones?
see
Yeah,
some of
well,
these
they
have
don't. I don't know if they named
dirty in the
flashback,
center.
but I heard
Well, look at that. It looks like it's built
It was an
chunks.
at games one.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
No,
It
that's weird.
actually is really nice.
Really? Because
I
I
don't
heard
It has
like,
features.
I don't know.
It runs
Yeah.
on like the
I
PAL
would clean
frame
off whatever.
rate
Yeah,
and,
it
like
could be
the
something.
Oh
sound
no,
on
that's
it.
the
Or it's all about
Yeah,
the
just see if it comes
PlayStation
off of
one.
that.
It uses a lot of palette.
Yeah,
games,
but
which
from
is
what I
really
heard
weird.
from the Sega Genesis one, it also
Oh, really?
runs like a PAL rate, like 50
No, it looks like
frames
it
or
may be
less,
something
and also
on
the
the-
music,
on the
the
mask.
tone of the music's
Okay.
off.
Well, it'd be
It
Yeah.
sounds completely
20
When they
different.
put the green
It-
mask
it-
on
if
it.
it's PAL, it's 20-some frames.
Yeah.
It-
But the good news is it's just dirty.
Yeah.
I looked
All
at
right,
that
can I-
video
Thanks,
on-
Larry.
All right,
I'll
check
go
one.
Through and
We can-
clean mine up.
We can check
Shining
yours.
Force.
All right.
Sounds just like it,
Really?
and I went.
Oh.
There's the problem with reviews on YouTube right now is there is a whole genre of YouTube reviewers that all they do is negative reviews. That's how
Well,
they
that's
make
all.
their
That's
money.
how it's always been. Yeah,
Right.
ever
What you
since
got?
Angry Video Game Nerd.
Well, yeah,
everything, everybody
and that's
wants
what
to-
it's a spin-off of.
Oh,
but
good.
Angry
Nothing
Video
like
Gamer
my back in the
was
camera.
funny, and he was very open about it,
Comes
where the
back,
other
yeah.
ones try to act like they're actually outraged.
Yeah.
Yeah, that annoys me. I actually totally hate that whole genre right now that's going on. They gotta hate everything. They gotta point every imperfection out. It's okay to point out imperfections, by the way, because some people are picky about that. The problem is you gotta hate it,
Yeah.
and you gotta rant about everything, over exaggerate
Give us
everything.
a-
No,
right now,
it's-
YouTube's
you
just
find
full.
something you
Oh, there
really
you go.
hate about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
There you go.
They're
Well,
kind of crazy.
that's kind
Ever
of
since they
okay.
got the Coleco
All right.
Chameleon, they've been
Just seat the car
100
and
times
try it
worse.
now.
Because
Yeah.
that actually did have some significant problems going
Well,
on.
there's
That
a
was real.
flashing light. You
But-
can still see that.
A lot of
good.
them did find it due to
Good,
good
just give it a
investigative
second.
journalism.
Mhm.
They got it because they were lucky. They were bitching about everything and something stuck finally.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a mess, by the way. That was horrible. But,
Yeah.
It's
but
flashing
now they're
light.
always
Fine.
looking for the new one. They're always looking for the new Coleco Chameleon.
Mhm.
That's kind of a
Huh.
problem with a
Hit
lot
the
of
play-
those
just hit
stations.
your fire
'Cause they
button.
all got famous
Select-
during
no,
that.
Don't turn off.
that
Select
time.
play and try it.
It's annoying.
Just out of curiosity.
I won't do it. I refuse to do that.
It's
Kind
for
of
fees
crap.
do angry
That's
reviews.
interesting.
Well, no, I'll be angry, but I'll be
Oh,
truly
you're-
angry. If I'm actually
What?
angry about something,
No, no,
I'll
that's
actually
a-
be angry. I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah, I totally understand.
over-exaggerate it.
I
I think it's ridiculous.
There are one or two channels where like people legitimately get angry and upset. Like
Yeah, you
this one guy I
Okay,
watch,
that's
he
good.
does reviews of all the shovelware on Steam, like the really bad ones, and he gets. His viewers send it to him. He gets livid. He'll like go off and say, "What do they like about video games? Like, what do these developers? What do they enjoy about video games?" Obviously, they were not thinking about enjoying video games.
There's
They
It's
made
flashing away.
There is some amazingly bad
That's
shovelware
very
out
bad,
there.
like
I wanna
like
see
Digital
loadin.
Homicide, like he
Yeah,
reviewed
no,
their
it-
collection.
it-
It's like
it's
he was
working
like
on it.
frothing in the mouth. He's
It's
like,
working
"Do they
on
like
it.
video games? Do they play?" There's
As long as that
con
light
artists,
flashing
like
through when
they
it
don't
should
like
be.
video games at all. It's like the way they're making this shit.
It's kind of funny because there is games now that are just made so YouTubers can hate on them.
Yeah, and those I hate.
So that
Yeah, I
has
really don't
become
like those.
a self-fulfilling prophecy where they want to hate games,
Buggy.
so
Yeah.
companies make
Yeah.
games
And there are a couple
to
like
sell the YouTubers to
that.
hate.
Yeah,
Go to play.
It's
it's
just
like we're the
ridiculous.
room of Steam.
Nothing.
That's like, yeah, sure,
No,
you
go
are.
to play.
I'm not
You're
gonna
on,
play
you're on
it.
your mem- you're on
And
your
it's
set.
$1.
Yeah.
Who gives a crap? It's way better
Go
than the
back.
crap we had on the Atari
Go to play.
2600 back in the day.
That's true.
Enjoy it.
There's one
Okay,
game I
so
did
now-
feel passionately about, like Uriel's Chasm. I
Try
got that
clicking
on
the
the
contacts
shovelware
on that,
bundle.
see
I'm
what
like,
happens, but that seems a bit strange.
and I know they made it intentionally be bad, but I'm like, they try to make it like a bad
you-
Bible game. But I'm like, I play bad Bible games. Those are more, those are playable.
Truly bad.
Those people actually actually acted like they kind of gave a shit, as opposed to some people made Uriel's Chasm. It's like, you don't intentionally make shovelware, I'll kill you. You don't
I always
do that
liked
shit.
like DLC Quest. It really didn't
Yeah.
have DLC. That one was hilarious because
Yeah.
you had to like purchase going left and stuff. I mean, it didn't have real DLC in it, but it had
Just
you
the
know,
commentary
yeah, it had
in
fake
yeah.
DLC in it, which was hilarious. That was a good game.
I'm sure,
I
yeah, it's
enjoyed
good
it.
commentary on the whole thing. Yeah, going on.
Go ahead, just jump in, Ryan.
So back to the
Hey, that's weird.
Commodore 128 keyboard. I've got all my pieces. I've got a membrane I gotta clean up.
Scott says
Or-
Exodus
and,
on the NES isn't that bad.
They're not that bad. No, they're really not like that.
Well, we are completely off the rails.
Whoa.
He was literally just talking about
We
what
should do another show about that. Yeah.
Thank you, exactly
Yeah.
it. All right, so
Bible
you were
games.
just saying, Ryan.
I gotta clean up the membrane, put all the keys back. If there's some of these little, I don't know what they're called, the feet that don't quite slide in and out of the posts very well, or the posts don't slide in and out very well. I've got my second keyboard that'll be able to switch around keys. Hopefully there's not two versions of the 128 keyboard that I know of. I don't know.
No, there weren't. So the good news is, though, but you know your encoder's good.
Yeah.
So, and it looks like it was just dirt on the actual carbon pads. So that should be easy enough to get up and going again.
All right, so are we going to list today as a win or a fail?
We're a little on the shelf on
a
Larry's.
learning
Larry's
experience.
having a little issue with his. It's not behaving as
So
well as it should.
so we're at meh.
We're at meh. Yeah, meh is probably
Yeah.
It's the
So I'm a little
Dreamcast.
concerned.
That's where I am too. Yeah.
I'm a little concerned about that because we've done two of them.
Had no problems with those.
Right. He's got
Well,
one
I've
in
got a
his.
second one here. Here's another.
Yeah, what-
Well,
Dreamcast.
it worked it worked until I cased it.
Right. When he cases
Oh,
it,
that's
it
very
stops
strange.
working.
Is it pushing it a little bit away
It
from?
must be pushing it just enough. So.
So maybe it's just a little bit of sanding.
I might have to just do a little sanding. Yeah, I would also.
Or some hot glue, which totally you're not supposed to do, but
Because there's a chance
all of us do it.
Larry and I have a different version of the
Please
board,
quit the
but
holier
I
than
think it's
thou
just
game
ROM
with the hot
fit
glue.
version.
Yeah,
Not
I
necessarily
think
the
yeah.
physical board layouts probably.
No, it's
identical.
just the ROM version.
'Cause
It's
our-
different on these. Okay, so Rob, as we're taking it out tonight, what do we got coming up?
Oh, well, we've got Midwest Gaming Classic, of course. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that in the
Yeah,
future.
we got some special guests
That's-
this year in our room at Midwest Gaming Classic.
That
who I
is
cannot
true.
wait to have it.
If you want to hint, up in the top corner, there is a sticker, which you can't see, actually.
What you?
I had to move that.
No,
there.
you can't see. You're right. We'll have to move the blind vision, but
But we do have a lot of guests this year. We're going to go through that a little bit. I think we're going to have them all on.
that's an excellent idea. Before we actually do the
At
show,
one point before
good
we,
idea.
before we do MGC. I also want to point that our good friends over at Lionheart are back with us
Yes.
for another year
Lionheart!
of glorious racing. If you haven't checked them out yet, you can go to our website at www.guysgamesandbeer.net. And right on the top right side, you can see their shiny new logo, by the way.
Ooh,
New
nice.
logo.
shiny new logo.
For
It's
this
got
year.
that new logo smell.
It does.
Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do tonight because we haven't done this yet. Tomorrow, besides giving away games elsewhere, I'm going to give away a game, a Twitch. Can I? What if I can? I don't know if I can do that on Twitch.
Not unless you want to make
You
a
can
video.
stream.
I'm not streaming.
Thanks.
Well, maybe
Gonna
while I'm
say.
masturbating, but that's a whole other issue. Oh, come on. You haven't done it before.
Hey, what you do on
Dark Side
Chatterbait
Phil
stays
has.
on Chatterbait, okay?
Right, thank you.
There is one person who did on Twitch, but everybody makes fun of him.
I think there's been 2 or 3 that
Yeah.
have done that, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It's a good way to get famous on Twitch.
Dark Side
apparently
Phil.
is.
But we will give away some software tomorrow.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
So keep an eye on all of our social media platforms. I'm not even going to tell you what
I'm
social media
surprised
platform
that
I'm
you
giving
didn't.
away on tomorrow. I'm just going to. I'll flip a coin or something to
But I'm
decide.
gonna give you some social media platforms. You can check us out on Facebook, www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer. You can check us out on Twitter @guysgamesbeer. You can also cheat your butt off by going www.guysgamesandbeer.net. And guess what? All of our social media shows up on the right side of the screen.
Isn't that amazing how that works? You can see our Twitter feed. You can see our Facebook feed right there on
What
the same
wizardry
page.
is this?
What wizardry is that, Rob?
It's just crazy. Anything Guys Games and Beer shows up
in
there.
the show.
That's true.
Oh, no.
It will all be right there, so you can see everything.
And it's
All right.
Jeez.
We'll talk to you guys all next week.
See ya later next week.
Hey.
So what's the plan, Larry, before you get too far along?
What do you mean, what's split?
On that.
The Dreamcast.
Drop kick.
Don't
Oh.
drop it.
Oh.
Don't drop it.
All right.
Did you want me to take care of it?
What?
Do you want me to take care of it?
Sure.
All right.
You want to take care
I'll
of
take it to the office tomorrow, and I'll make sure it's in good order. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, maybe something's just slightly out of spec.
I will. Well, I'll double check all the contacts, make sure it's seated correctly. I will take care of it tomorrow. All right.
All right.
And
I'll bring it to
Hakumu
the
ain't
office
gonna
and
kill
take
it
care of
either.
What? I tell you what. So you need.
I don't need any of the cables or anything. I just.
No, I meant the one of the SD cards.
I have my own SD card, so I'll test
Okay.
mine because I know mine are working.
Yeah.
That way I can eliminate any other.
Well, I
issue.
got it up once.
Right.
Before I buttoned it up, and then as soon as I buttoned it up, nothing again.
So it's something to do with the pressure on it.
I suspect it is.
That card is kind of in a precarious
Well,
position.
yeah. And again, even screwed down, it's still.
And it gives you those risers, and you know, so this is this 3D print.
Right.
Maybe I didn't clean it quite right. Or...
We'll take a look. We'll take a look. Like I said, I will bring it to the office tomorrow and put it on the bench.